Hello and thank you for tuning in to Millennium Movie. So today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the interesting things that I saw in the Walking Dead Season 10 Comic-Con trailer. But before we even get into that, we got a 40-second little teaser clip for the very first of the 3 Rick Grimes movies. And the coolest thing that we saw at the very end of it was that Rick Grimes is returning in his movies, and it's only in theaters, and Universal Pictures is going to be the ones who are distributing the movie. So that's very, very exciting. Yes, some people forget that Rick Grimes isn't dead. He's just gone from the show. He's still out there somewhere. And Robert Kirkman, the creator, of course, of the Walking Dead comics, has said that the whole point of the Rick Grimes movies was that they were going to really they were going to go bigger in scope and really broaden the universe of The Walking Dead, because it's not just, stuff going down in the Atlanta and the Washington areas, but it's the entire world that has been affected by the Walking Dead virus. So what else is going on in the world? We're going to find out with Rick Grimes, because he's still alive. As we remember, at the end of, or midway through last season, he got saved and got put into the helicopter and got taken who knows where. So I just wanted to get that out real quick. Rick Grimes, my boy, he's going to come back in the movie theaters. I can't wait to go see his movie in the theater and just get that experience, get the popcorn, get the big soda, everything, the snacks. It's going to be great. I'm very excited. This is the thing I'm personally most excited for about all this news. I mean, the trailer was nice, again, that we got for Season 10 of Comic-Con of The Walking Dead, but the movie, Rick Grimes, that's what I'm most excited for, because he's one of my favorite fictional characters, possibly of all time. So I'm just very excited about that. But let's get into the actual trailer that we saw for the newest season. And I'm going to just talk to you about some of the things, again, that stood out to me. So first things first, we know Danai Gurira confirmed it today at Comic-Con that, yes, Season 10 of The Walking Dead is her final season. So I'm very curious to see how it plays out for her, and what's the reason for her being taken off the show. Now, it's been reported that she's going to be a part of the Rick Grimes movies. So I do wonder, at some point, does she get some type of hint or conclusive evidence that perhaps Rick Grimes is still alive out there? And plus, we see the characters, Daryl and Carol especially, we see them, they're trying to like salvage this boat, and then we see, I believe, even Michonnes herself is on this little river boat, and it looks like that could be a major plot point of the first half of Season 10, where maybe, some of these major characters like Daryl, Carol, and Michonnes are trying to take off somewhere. Who knows where they'd be trying to go? But perhaps, maybe that's where they're heading into with Michonnes, is maybe she finds out something about Rick, and maybe the only way to get to him is traveling through a boat. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see there, but it's certainly interesting. And speaking of boats, it looks like there's a pretty cool looking beach battle that we got going on here. It looks like really old school Roman type of battle, right? It looks cool. Everyone's got their shields, they got their spears. We even see them practicing using their spears in the trailer. Everyone looks cool here. And speaking of battles, Aaron has given himself some part upgrades, right? He's turned his stump into a weapon, as Negan says. That's awesome. And yeah, I can agree with you, Negan. It is pretty awesome. So apparently that's one of the things too that the actors were talking about coming out of Comic-Con, is that I guess we can expect to see some type of team up between Aaron and Negan this season. I think that's pretty cool, and plus it gives Aaron a lot more screen time. He's a really cool character. He's one of my favorites, especially from the comics. He's my favorite Alexandrian. But speaking of Aaron, there's this really cool shot that looks like it could be in a Batman movie, right? But we see someone's holding a crowbar, and we can see that, based off of the arm and the beard and the structure of the body, that is Aaron, who's kind of cowering back and trying to put his arm up to defend himself. I don't know what this scene could possibly be. A little bit of minor spoilers here for people who don't want to know anything about the comics, but there's a point in the comic books where Aaron and Jesus, who's still alive in the comics, at that point, they go and they have this 2-on-1 basically fight with Beta, and it's pretty rad, bro. It's pretty wicked. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty awesome. So I don't know. Perhaps they could be adapting that into the TV show, and Aaron and Beta are getting in a fight, but it doesn't seem likely. He's probably having a scuffle here with a different type of whisperer. I would hope it's not Negan who's betraying him, because that would be, you know, that gets repetitive. I don't want to see that storyline. I'd rather see an anti-hero Negan rather than just, hey, I'm your friend for a little bit and then bam, I'm a villain again, Negan. That's not very inspired storytelling, and I don't think that they're going to do that. Angela Kang's done a fantastic job turning the show around since Scott Gimple left as showrunner. So, moving on from that, we're going to be talking about this awesome shot right here where we see the return of Lucille and Michonnes holding Lucille, and I wonder, is she giving it back to Negan here, like telling him, hey, you have my permission, we need your help us in this fight? Or could she possibly be using Lucille to put someone's, you know, out of their misery, whether it's Alpha or Beta or any other Whisperer or possibly a traitor in the group? Who knows? But it's a really interesting shot. It really catches your attention. It really makes you think about what's going on. One thing that I don't want going on is this right here. No. I know it happened in the comic books. Michonnes and Ezekiel got together, but just after what they've decided to do with her character and making her, you know, the love interest to Rick, now it just seems wrong, right? Now I can't wrap my head around it. It doesn't seem right, especially if she finds out that Rick's alive and she goes looking for him. I don't know. It feels slimy. It feels weird to me. I like Ezekiel. I really do. I believe this is like the only time we even see him in this trailer. There was reports that Khary Payton, the actor who plays Ezekiel, was going to be leaving after season 10 as well. And honestly, with how little we saw of him in this trailer, I wouldn't be surprised if Ezekiel was killed off in the first half of season 10. I really wouldn't be. But speaking of the, being killed off, we see the Whisperers are still around. They're still kicking. They're still causing some problems for our heroes. And there's even a tease. There's even a tease at a possible Alpha and Carol type of confrontation. That'd be really cool to see. Two very strong, older, wiser, badass women who really know how to win a fight. Both of them do. So that'd be really cool to see them square off for a bit. Even though, of course, I think we know how Alpha is probably ultimately going to be killed off in the show when she does get to that point. But still, it would be really cool to see a fight between Alpha and Carol. One little thing that you might have blinked and missed it is I believe that this guy right here is the actor who is playing Dante. Dante's a character from the comic books who I personally don't like. He's a part of the Hilltop, and he gets introduced to us after the death of Glenn, and basically he eventually becomes this sort of love interest for Maggie. And for that reason, I never liked him in the comics, and for the show, Maggie's not around, so, maybe I can be more accepting to his character. I don't know the actor who's playing him, because even the showrunners themselves said that Dante was going to be in the season, but they didn't mention who's the actor who was playing him. But I'm pretty sure we can safely assume that it's this guy right here. But anyways, guys, yeah, it looks like we're getting some beach battles. We're getting the war with the Whisperers. Negan's, helping join the fight. Michonnes using Lucille. She's possibly getting in some sort of relationship with Ezekiel. It looks like Carol and possibly Michonnes are trying to, fix this boat to get away somewhere. Who knows where they'd be trying to be going, but all these are very interesting questions. I'm certainly looking forward to The Walking Dead Season 10. The show is very different now, but I think for good reason. Rick's not there. It has to be different. Otherwise, if you just try and do the same formula without Rick, I don't think it works. But the fact that they're so different now, I think that you can watch this show and take it for what it is. It's not the same as it once was. It's never going to be, because Rick's gone and Carl's gone, and great characters like Glenn are gone as well. So it'll never be the same. But hey, I still find it very enjoyable. We still have characters like Daryl and Carol. It was a very cute moment at the end of the trailer where we're talking about, they're talking about how they're best friends and stuff, and Carol's kind of teasing them in a playful way. But anyways, guys, this has just been my breakdown for The Walking Dead Season 10 trailer. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and let me know how hyped you are for The Walking Dead movie trilogy starring Rick Grimes. That's personally what I'm most excited for. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and as always, if you want to stay up to date on all the latest horror movie and TV news, well, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you along for the ride. I got plenty of other videos on the channel talking about It, Chapter 2, Stranger Things, even more Walking Dead videos. You're not going to want to miss it. But until next time, guys, this has been Millennium Movies, and I will see you all very soon.